Ladies and gents, the successor has had its full reveal. So let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Now, very recently I did a couple of videos on the OnePlus 6. You seem to enjoy them a lot, and in one of them I actually talked about the fact that the front of the OnePlus 6 was confirmed due to its relationship with Oppo, and obviously the Oppo R15 design was released, so we had a very, very good inclination that that was exactly what the OnePlus 6 was going to look like. Well, today we've got two more juicy confirmations of that design, and we're going to start with the rear. Not that sort of rear. Talking smartphones here. Let's keep it clean, people. So the photo dropped a few days ago, and as you can see on the back, we are going to be blessed with a brushed wood effect on the phone. Now, whether it's going to be some form of brushed aluminium is yet to actually be clarified, but as you can see, we know it's not a skin on the phone because there is that OnePlus text at the bottom. Also, the fingerprint sensor and the logo are in exactly the same position and exactly the same shape on that leak that came out a few weeks ago that I did a video on here. And this photo also really confirms that we are going to see another dual camera, but this time central, which is slightly different to the Oppo R15, which is on the left, but again, it matches the same that we saw in that initial leak a few weeks ago. One thing to note about this picture is Type-C charging port, which we expected. One speaker on the bottom right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, yep, you can see it. Everyone, sigh of relief. We have a headphone jack. Don't you worry about it. So that's what the back's going to look like. Let's see what the front is going to look like. And like I mentioned a couple of days ago, the confirmation already was basically there by the fact that the Oppo R15 was confirmed, and they were almost identical in 2017. Well, we finally have news from the OnePlus team, and the first official picture coming from The Verge. And as you can see there, we have that notch in its place. That's one of the things that I know a lot of you guys were not a fan of. Now, the co-founder Carl, he had to... Carl, as if we're on first name terms now, me and Carl. We're tight. So, of course, the co-founder actually did an interview, and they've kind of come out with this story as to the reasons around the notch and why they've used it, because they know they have had a lot of feedback already. They know a lot of you guys are not a fan. So I'm going to read you exactly what he has said. How big a notch is always depends on your choices as a company. What you are essentially doing is moving the entire notification bar up, giving users more content on their screen. He also believes that the OnePlus's notch is different, implemented with more thought and care. We don't feel the need to have structured light on our phones that Apple had to do sort of for the Face ID. So OnePlus's notch is smaller than Apple's. Our notch will be there, and it'll be bigger than the Essential phone and smaller than the iPhone. Precise measurements of 19.6 and 7.7, of course, rounding up and down. There are smaller particles to it. Particles? It's not a particle. Apparently as well, they have been doing a lot of testing using the Android software to make sure that this notch is actually implemented well, including gesture features and all that sort of stuff. And again, I've got another quote here. We saw the implementation on the iPhone, and maybe it would have taken longer if Apple hadn't done it. But when these screen manufacturers gave them the opportunity to make cutouts at the top of the screen, it just made sense. And in his final words, which I'm going to leave you with, and I want to hear from you guys next in the comment section below what you feel about this individual kind of interview and of course the design confirmation. It's a very clear decision, more real estate for the user. In conclusion, learn to love the notch. Yeah, like I said, love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Is that a bit of a... Do you think that this is the best solution for the OnePlus 6? Do you think they failed to listen to the consumer, which they've always kind of stuck... That's kind of been their trademark. They've always taken feedback on board and produced phones accordingly. Do you feel this is 2 steps backwards for them? Do you feel this is a necessity for them to actually go through and do in order to create the best phone possible for OnePlus in 2018 with a massive, apparently, 90% screen to body ratio? What would you do in a smartphone? If you were the manufacturers, if you were the designers, what would you do in your next smartphone in order to get everything you need on the front of your phone, the camera, the sensors, all of that sort of stuff? How would you design it? Let me know below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure you drop a like on the video. Also, if if you want to see my personal unboxing and review of this phone when it arrives, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, because then every time I post a video, you will be notified so you can get the latest and greatest news, unboxings, reviews of smartphones, tablets, laptops, Android boxes, and also software and app reviews as well. I do pretty much daily tech content on this channel. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. CSBYT, peace out.